Hey everybody, it's Karen
and Sarah
with A Day in a Life with Karen and Sarah, and we're here to show you our homeschool curriculum for 2017-2018. So we're gonna get started. Sarah's kind of got this in an order that she wants to share, so we're gonna go in that order.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to show you, oh, and to mention, we're doing Math UC for our math program. We just don't have the books yet. So the first thing that I have on here, which is not a part of the actual set curriculum we did, is we're doing Dr. J. Wiley's chemistry. We actually got to talk to him at a homeschool convention, and that's what led us to this particular decision for this specific book. And I'm really excited because I get the opportunity to take an online class this year with Dr. Wiley himself, going over chemistry. And what we got in that set was the actual chemistry textbook, and along with it, it came with the answer keys and tests. And then we also have the chemistry lab kit that came in that one.
Yep.
So, should we do distant learning now?
We have in the past used My Father's World for our homeschool curriculum for several years. Prior to that, we used Bob Jones, BJU Press, and we took a break from that, went to My Father's World, and now, believe it or not, we've come full circle and come back to BJU Press. We just found My Father's World just didn't really work with us this freshman year. So going forward into her sophomore year, we wanted to make a change, and so this is what we've come back to.
So I'll show this first, because this is also kind of a secondary thing. But I'm going to be doing the BJU distant learning for Spanish 1, because you don't speak.
I don't speak Spanish. I didn't take Spanish in high school. I took German. So
what came in the Spanish kit that I got, and I don't know if this counts for all of it, but I know this is what came in with the distant learning kit, is it came with the Spanish 1 textbook. And the thing that I like about it is it's actually completely in Spanish, as far as what you're doing, but when they're asking you the questions, it's in English. But I do like that it is in Spanish, so you're getting that. And then it comes with the activity book, which you'll be, doing all your handouts. And it also came with a Spanish-English dictionary. The other thing it came with, which I just slid in the binder so that it wouldn't get totally messed up, but it did come with a lesson plan book and then some handouts, and I'm not going to show the handouts because I don't know if I can show the handouts. But basically the handouts are just kind of like a more in-depth kind of what you're doing and assignments and stuff, so it's kind of like lesson planning. So that's what comes in the distant learning for Spanish 1. History? So this one is the bigger one. Alright, so I'll show off the textbook. So this is the world history. This is my history this year for 10th grade. This is the student edition, the student textbook. And then you have
And then I have the student activities answer key. So they do give you that as a parent. You do have the activity key, so you have the answers there.
Then to go with the student activity kit, we have the student workbook for world history, along with the test booklet and answer key booklet.
And then the world history is broken down into first semester, second semester, so it's A and B. It makes it really nice because they do give you a timeline. It gives you an idea. They do give you how to use the book. They set it up pretty well for you. They give you your lesson plan overview for the year, or at least for this semester, and it might actually be it gives you through chapter 13, which takes you through your first semester. And also in here, which is really nice too, in the back is a DVD. And it has some additional resources, helps, as far as writing papers or things like that, other things, activities that you might want to use. One of the things that I struggled with when we did Bob Jones before was that it was basically the same textbook that you would find in a full classroom with lots of children. which that's great. However, if you are a one-on-one and you only have one child, the activities really weren't appropriate for just one student. So they did sort of work on that, and now they have like a homeschool activity, or what they call a one-on-one if you only have one student. So it's kind of neat, and they have it so you can read along with your kids, or you can assign the reading and then come back and do the discussion questions. However you want to do it. Set it up the way you want. If you want to work at it like a lecture, however you want to do it. That's the flexibility with homeschooling.
So then,
again, now we have elements of literature. Again, there is an A and a B, so a first semester and a second semester, which is really nice that they have it broken down for you. And again, in the back, it's the toolkit, and then they even give you ideas on how to use the toolkit. So that's really great accessory. And as parents, you want to make sure you use as many of the resources as you can. It just enhances your child's learning experience, as well as it enhances how you teach that subject to your child.
to go along with it, we have the elements of literature student text, which I really, really like. This is one of the things that was probably one of the biggest draws for me to want to come back to BJ, is I like the literature setup. And we actually looked at the next 2 years to get an idea, and we were both really happy with the layout and the way that it was set up. One of the things that I liked about the elements of literature is they actually break it down into different units. And so you're getting poetry and drama and just all kinds of different versions, instead of just, okay, here's a book, read the book, write about it kind of thing. But they actually break it down into different sections, and they give you a lot of information without, I feel like, completely overwhelming you. They give you what you need, give you what you need to do for your assignments, but they don't make you feel like you're just overwhelmed with work. So.
And they give you great discussion questions within the teacher manual that you can have a discussion with your student. So that makes it really nice too.
And then to go with the elements of literature, we do have the tests and answer key booklet. Pretty essential, I think.
Yeah. Pretty essential.
Next, we'll move on to Bible. So you get this because it's yours.
Some homeschool families, one of the biggest draws for homeschooling for us was the fact that we could incorporate Bible into our curriculum. That is our choice. Not having a Bible curriculum is not in every homeschool family's idea of homeschooling, and that's what makes homeschooling so fabulous. This is structured the way your child wants to learn. If you want to make Bible part of your day, great. If you don't, that's your choice as well. For us, it was an important element of our day, and so that's why we have it. So we have Bible Truce, Level D. And again, all with BJ, they do incorporate the teacher toolkit. Again, it's a CD. I encourage you to at least take a look at the toolkit and see whether it's something you think you would utilize or not. If you don't, that's great too. Otherwise, it is additional resources that do come in handy.
Did you how to break Bible down for 2 semesters?
Your students have scripture that they're going to be memorizing, as well as a worksheet, and then they do break it down for you if you want to do it for a whole year. If you want to do it in one semester, you can finish all of the Bible in one semester by having Bible 5 days a week. Or the way we're going to do it is we're going to do it in 2 semesters and make it a whole year long. And they break it down for you and show you how many days. It's 2 or 3 class periods a week, and they give you the lessons in order to do it. So they do provide that for you as well. So we really like it.
We have the student text workbook, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a textbook and workbook in one, right? So that's kind of cool. And they give you the assigned reading that you have. So what you have to do, they give you a couple key words and a verse that goes with it, and then they just kind of give you a review at the end of the chapter and what you read, and that counts as your worksheet too, which is pretty awesome. I think is pretty awesome. And then the test and answer key for Bible tricks. And then, that's yours.
And then we have vocabulary. So this goes along with the writing and grammar. Each one is a half a semester. So we haven't decided which one we're going to do first. Probably writing and grammar we'll do first semester, fall semester, and then we'll pick up vocabulary in the spring. So it's really kind of nice. They have in here, it gives you the vocabulary lesson as well as the answers. So it makes it kind of nice for you as well.
So it looks like it's pretty cool. And the last thing goes with it. It's very heavy.
Which is writing and grammar. So again, in the back is your CD and your how to use the teacher toolkit. This is really great. BJU has a great writing and grammar program. They really do. I've always liked it. And it's one of those that I'm glad to come back to using. And of course they tell you inside you always, oops, except it doesn't want to
it doesn't want to fold.
Oops, I got this in my way too. Trying not to drop everything. It has, you know, all of the textbook, all of the teacher's editions has an overview for the teacher. I would encourage you to read it and get an idea of how the book is structured. Everything is structured for a reason and a pattern. So go through and read it. It gives you keys, it gives you tips. Those are all very important things. So those are great tips. It gives you an idea. It tells you how to evaluate their writing. Sometimes writing is one of those things as parents we're like, man, that can be difficult to evaluate my students' writing. Because sometimes we as parents think we think our kids write, you know, these beautiful essays or papers, and then there's others like me that have a tendency to be hypercritical. So this gives you a great tip on what to do. So just following through, it gives you additional resources, things like that. So I encourage you to go through it, and there's lots of different ways. And again, it's a half a semester.
To go with it is the Writing and Grammar 10 student textbook and workbook. It's built in with each other, and that's one thing that I think BJ is pretty good about, is they give you, you know, a lot of them they have the textbook part and the workbook mixed in, so you don't have a ton of stuff. That's what that looks like. It's really kind of cool, actually. I can't figure out what the front cover is, but it's really cool. I've been trying to figure it out for like the past, day?
Yeah.
And then we have the Writing and Grammar 10 tests and answer key booklet to go with that.
So that's our curriculum for fall 2017-18. I hope you enjoyed this video. We have some other videos coming up regarding homeschool. I don't know if a lot of you know that we do homeschool, and we have always homeschooled. So we have some videos coming up about that. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.